Ladies and gentlemen, I don't normally make videos like this. I normally do like extensive research, and I write things out, but right now I'm just speaking off the cuff because there's something I really need to get off my chest, and I even slept on it. I slept on this. I've known about this since I think on Friday. And I was like, you know what, I'll take the weekend on it. Come Monday, here I am, and I'm still pissed. There's a lot of hated video game publishers out there. The easiest ones to mention is, of course, Electronic Arts. You got Take-Two Interactive, Activision Blizzard, Square Enix, which for a long time, that last one, a lot of people didn't want to listen, but look at them now. Square Enix, everyone knows now, they're on the list. And now there's a new one. Not that isn't a new one at all, but people are finally starting to pay attention to this one. It's in a similar situation to Square Enix. WB Games is one of the worst publishers on this planet. I'm reading this from IGN, but I think it originally came from Bloomberg. The company has had a troubled 12 months, first with the catastrophic release of Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, then the disappointing release of Smash Bros. Style brawler Multiverses. Warner Bros. Discovery has said Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League failure contributed to a $200 million hit to its business, and Multiverses added another $100 million on top. Warner Bros. Games' only other recent release was Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, which failed to make an impression. I didn't even hear about it. I don't know what that is. Speaking of the financial call, Warner Bros. Discovery President and CEO David Zaslav said, "We recognize the games business is substantially underperforming its potential right now." Yeah, yours. Your game business. Your side of that business. Yours is underperforming. Not only are we about to get into why, but we're about to get into why it will probably continue to fail. Since then, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League post-launch content has come to an end mercifully with the delivery of its year one roadmap, and Warner Bros. Has announced the impending closure of Multiverses. Rocksteady, meanwhile, has suffered significant layoffs. Gee, I wonder why. There are also question marks over Mortal Kombat 1's financial performance, although NetherRealm chief Ed Boon recently announced over 5 million sales and teased future DLC following the release of the T-1000 Terminator guest character. See, I heard from my end, that Mortal Kombat 1 was kind of on the chopping block for future content, but whatever. During the financial call, Zaslav said Warner Bros. Was doubling down on just 4 games. Hogwarts Legacy, a sequel is in the works, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, and DC, in particular Batman. We are focusing our development efforts on those core franchises, with proven studios to improve our success ratio, Zaslav added. It may be some time before fans see the result of this work. Bloomberg said Monolith Productions' Wonder Woman game is in trouble after reportedly rebooting and switching directors early last year. It's already cost more than $100 million and is still years away from release. $100 million, that's the total of the Multiverses development, and half of what Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League ended up flushing down the toilet. And those games came out. You're telling me this game is still years away from release? Dude, bitch, Shadow of War came out in 2017, 8 years ago, and so far we've gotten what amounts to a GIF of Wonder Woman? Get this, Monolith's reimagined Nemesis system, it developed the much-loved Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and its sequel that would see Wonder Woman befriending enemies, has been ditched in favor of a more traditional action-adventure game. So let me get this straight. Back in 2021, they patented the Nemesis system, made it so no one else could use it. And since then, because back then, it was already 4 years since Shadow of War came out, and Monolith still haven't, and none of their other studios hasn't put anything out. Especially anything with the Nemesis system. So even back then, I was making the joke of like, oh look, they patented it so that no one on Earth can use this Nemesis system, not even themselves. They're not even using their own thing that they got behind lock and key. Gotham Knights developer WB Games, meanwhile, pitched the John Constantine game, but it was never approved. That sounds like a good idea to me, a John Constantine game, but yeah, then again, okay, fine. Gotham Knights, another failure. Fans of Rocksteady will be excited to hear the studio is looking to return to Batman for a single-player game. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? I'm pretty sure Sefton Hill and all the other OGs from Rocksteady Studios, they're all gone, they all left. Or largely, they've left. I mean, Rocksteady Studios is basically BioWare now. It's just a name, that's all it is, a name. The people try to hold on to be like, oh, hey, Rocksteady Studios, you hear this? They're releasing their next game. Hey, BioWare is releasing their next game. They're not hot anymore. The last game they released was Dragon Age Veilguard, and that was another failure on top of a failure on top of a failure. There's been a rash of what is going on. BioWare is a company going through multiple failures. DICE, developers of Battlefield, going through multiple failures. The upshot of this is Warner Bros. Games has, according to Bloomberg, a refreshed version of Hogwarts Legacy, a Lego game, and a few mobile games in the works for the next 2 years. You know what, like I said in the beginning, I didn't really do all that much deep dive research into this. I may have gotten a few things wrong, or maybe missing a few information here and there. I initially didn't really want to make this video because it's not my kind of video. I'm worried people are gonna be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, didn't do his research, he just sounds pissed off. But I am. Monolith Productions was renowned studios. They made Fear. They made Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. I only recently played Shadow of War and I had a blast with it. That game was great. I only wished I played it earlier on release. And now here they are, stuck in Wonder Woman mud. And knowing big publishers like WB Games, if this fails, they're just gonna end up shutting them down. Or they might just end up shutting them down. I mean, people are saying the BioWare is on the chopping block. Hordes of people aren't there anymore. They're down to about like 100 people for the next Mass Effect game. That might be a good thing, it might focus things, but hopefully it means EA is gonna leave them alone. But I don't know how much that's gonna matter because you may be asking yourself, okay, well, why this? Why this in particular got me so upset? And I think it has to do with the Nemesis system. I think I loved that mechanic, and I was so excited to see it be used elsewhere, to have other developers work on it and like refine it and change it up and use it in different genres. I mean, the possibilities with it are staggering. And now here we are, and the patent is it can last until what was it? I think it was 2035. I'm gonna be 45 years old by the time other people can use. Come on, this is ridiculous.